Thank you, Mr. Moore. I recognize Ms. Steele of California.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman LaHood, for holding this hearing, and thank you all the witnesses coming today. I'm thankful to hear from these leading experts on this, as this committee acts on these issues, and this is very important for our future and our future of generations too. Dr. Corinth, the National Academy of Science report is certainly alarming in their suggestion to elevate the supplemental poverty measure as the nation's headline poverty statistic. We have three leading experts on poverty measurement testifying before our committee today, yet I see none of your names on the list of authors of this report. Did the panel of authors for this report include any conservative perspectives?
Thank you, Ms. Steele, for the question. There were 13 members on the National Academy of Sciences panel which made this recommendation about the SPM. Of those 13, 12 had either donated or worked for a Democratic administration. 0 had donated or worked for a Republican administration. And as you suggested, it's not for lack of supply of willing or capable experts with differing perspectives. As you mentioned, there's people at this table who are not asked to serve. There's others as well who have the expertise, who could have served but were not asked and should have been.
So this report must be really skewed at this point.
It's certainly skewed based on the panel members, and I don't think that it reflects the academic consensus about poverty measurement.
Thank you. Professor Besharov, if I pronounced it wrong, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
You have done a tremendous amount of research on measuring poverty. These measurements are full of deep statistical analysis, but at the end of the day, deciding who is and who isn't in poverty is a moral judgment. Do you think it is right to unelected bureaucrats to have such power, or the ability for one administration to make such dramatic changes to the poverty rate? Do you believe this should be the role of Congress to set the poverty line?
Well, thank you for the question. As I was trying to suggest in my previous answer, we are at an important historical point where many of the norms of the past are changing. The norms about what a president will do or not do without the consent of Congress. And I would put this at that very high level of concern. It is about poverty measurement. It is about food stamp benefits. It is about military action. I can think of all sorts of things that the Congress has, in a sense, delegated great discretion to a president. And the Congress has done that because in the past, the presidents have had guardrails. And I see that changing. I see that changing about social policy. I see it changing about international policy. And in terms of the poverty line, I'm really worried that it gets politicized in both directions.
Good afternoon, friends. They are still being sent out. New batches of stimulus checks have been approved and are set to arrive over the next few weeks. Billions of dollars in relief are being allocated towards a few new relief programs. My dear friends, I'll be going over who will qualify for this relief, so please make sure that you watch until the end of this video for more details. Dear friends, in a video later today, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Federal stimulus checks surely made a positive impact on the American people during the crisis, but there are still 3 states sending out direct payments to residents within the month. Our federal government sent its last wave of stimulus payments more than 2 years ago. But depending on which state you reside in, you might be able to qualify for more cash. In the state of Alabama, up to $300 is being sent to taxpayers. The specific payment is $150 for those who file their taxes alone, or $300 for couples who file joint returns. To receive the payments, you had to file a state income tax return for 2021 on or before October 17, 2022. Keep in mind that certain residents of Alabama, including those who did not file a return or are considered a dependent on another taxpayer's return in 2021, will not be eligible for this tax rebate. The checks will start to go out on November 30th, meaning that residents of Alabama have a little more than a month to wait for the money to hit their bank accounts. Those who opted for direct deposit tax refunds will have their rebates go straight into their account, while others will receive the money by check. Altogether, the rebates cost Alabama $393 million, with the funds coming fully from a $2.8 billion surplus in the Education Trust Fund. Alabama opted to give its residents the money back as a way to offset grocery taxes paid throughout the year. Meanwhile, over in the state of Virginia, anyone with a tax liability in 2022 will get their money by November 30th. A tax liability is any money owed to the state after deducting tax credits. Single filers are set to earn $200 in refunds, while joint taxpayers will see an extra $400. The payments are scheduled to go out over the next 3 weeks. Governor Glenn Youngkin told reporters, as Virginians continue to face inflation and high prices as a direct result of policies out of Washington, D.C., these rebates are an important step going into the holiday season to help Virginians keep more of their hard-earned money for gas, groceries, and essentials. Governor Youngkin's administration has provided Virginia residents more than $5 billion in tax relief. According to Newsweek, to see if you are eligible, you can check the Virginia tax website. Those who already filed taxes do not have to do anything extra to secure the payments. The crisis forced the world to a halt, and that was the last time the U.S. economy tanked. The time before that, shoddy home loans caused the housing sector to collapse. The time before that, hype around the internet overinflated tech stocks. Since March 2022, the Fed has hiked the Fed funds rate 11 times, lifting it from near zero to 5.25% to 5.5%. In addition, the central bank has been shrinking its balance sheet as part of its quantitative tightening campaign. But that also means that if the economy sputters and begins contracting, the Fed has the ability to reverse the downward trend because they will undo the measures that slowed growth. One economist told reporters, "Here today, this is all engineered by the Fed, the slowdown. If things start to slow as they want, they will begin to turn around, and therefore the slowdown is probably going to be milder than what we've seen in prior recessions." Well, my dearest and my most amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. My dear friends, thank you very much for being part of this community. I will be announcing winners every Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter today's giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways.